Morning. How you guys doing today? So I got a subscriber question late yesterday that I wanted to address this morning, and that was really about why am I selling these great deals or these flips, right? The basic question is, if these flips are such a great deal, why aren't you keeping them? And I'm like, I sort of got that, and I had to sit back and think for a little bit and really put myself in the position of a potential buyer or potential investor. And you kind of get it, right? I've been a buy and hold person for 15 years. Um, flipping is something I only added after leaving the workforce. And generally speaking, people are right to assume that maybe I'm doing a money grab, or I'm somehow being greedy, or whatever, right? You have to kind of respect that. And people have the right to sort of think that. I guess if I was in their situation and I didn't know the individual, maybe I'd think that too. So I sort of came up with three reasons that I sort of, or at least want you to understand if you're watching this, why I buy and flip properties. I don't do it a lot, right? It might be 15 or 20 a year, but this is kind of why. So the first one is, and really this is why I started. So I exited the rat race, and without getting specific, let's just say I left the rat race with $500,000 saved up, liquid cash, um, that I could use as sort of cash reserves. Plus, obviously, our monthly bills are paid by what we have. So, you know, I'm comfortable. I'm not sharing that to brag, but I'm sharing that to paint a picture with you. So, that that pile of cash is free for me to do what I want with, or what we want with. And in reality, I was thinking I would play with 250 to 300 of that, right? Keep the other 200 as emergencies or travel, or whatever we want it to be, right? It's ours to continue to feel comfortable. So okay, so let's just split the difference and say it's half, 250 grand. So here's the deal, right? When you start flipping properties like I've been, I really could have done. I could have, if I was going to hold these. This is the rub, right? If I was going to buy these great deals, repair them, and keep them, I would probably blow through that 250 grand in. Even if I did financing and all of that, it would probably just be. I couldn't imagine it being more than six properties, right? And I found six properties inside 4 months to flip. So I could have added, to this big question of why am I selling these things. I could have, I could have blown through that 250 grand, got six great new properties to add my portfolio. But then what? Do I sell something else? Do I basically, what I want people to understand is the reason I do this is because I want to stay active in real estate. I want to keep looking at the MLS every day. I want to keep making offers every day. I want to stay busy, right? So it's really important for me to stay active in the business, right? I don't have a day job anymore. I don't have these big commission checks. I don't have stock. I don't have anything giving me those extra chunk money. So I needed a way that I could recycle capital, and flipping is proved to be a way that I could put money out and get money back. Call it 6, 7 months. So that's the real reason, right? Is I need to stay active. Now the second one is sort of secondary to that. Is I really do. Hopefully you can see on this channel. I really do enjoy helping people. Specifically, I love helping investors, and if I can help investors get started in ways that were better than I did, I've been very clear on this channel that buying cheap properties in the beginning slowed us way down, right? Because not only do you have the down payment, but then you have that big make ready, which is all cash. We repeated that mistake over and over and again. And, I'm doing my best to share on this channel that that's a mistake. It shouldn't be done. If you're a full-time employee with cash and very little time, right, you need to buy what I call pride of ownership or turnkey pride of ownership rentals. Those are the things you need to be doing, in my opinion. You're free to go buy cheap properties and do all of that. I'm just sharing what I believe, and it's really that feeling I chase when I was leading teams and helping other teams do great things. Is I love positively impacting people's lives. The thing I loved most was helping sales reps have record years, and that's a hard thing to do or chase when you're not in the workforce anymore. So what I'm doing now is I'm chasing the feeling of helping an investor get their first or their next solid investment. That's what's important to me now. And that sort of leads me to the third one. And, when I hear this healthy skepticism, what I sort of see as an undercurrent is, this guy's, somehow he's like all the others and he's taking our money or being greedy or stealing or something. And, that's, people have the right to think that, but, just in these first couple of deals I've done, I guess I just want to put it out there without talking about which properties or all of that is, that's so far from the truth. If I wanted to maximize my money, I would have done a 10 or 15K remodel, sold them for a little bit less, but nearly doubled my profit. Most people in my position would have done what's called a rental rehab, and a rental rehab's like 15 or 20 grand, where I've done owner-occupant remodels, which is 50 grand. And the owner-occupant price point is not that much higher than a landlord rental rehab. So if I could save 30 grand on a remodel and only lose 10 grand on the price, I make an extra 20 grand. And that's just the reality. I could have made $20,000 more by doing a simple rental remodel. I would have saved a lot of cash. I would have probably gone faster. And if that was important to me, if money was important to me, you would see my remodels and they wouldn't look like what they look like. I'd ask you to go back and look at videos and see what we're doing and see what I mean by pride of ownership. So, that's the first point. The second point, which nobody sees other than my people cutting my repair bills, is I'm always doing the extras. Just for example, there's a house we had sold, and the roof over the garage was fine, but I thought it would go in a couple of years. And given that that roofs are expensive, and I was selling this to a friend, I went ahead and spent the extra $3,000 after we agreed on price to repair the roof. Never told the buyer, right? I just did it because it was the right thing. Another one we're doing now, I could have easily put a chain link fence up. Given that this house is downtown, I wanted to put up and make it stand out, so we're putting in a wrought iron fence. That's another extra $2,000. I could have saved by doing something else. So in the end, even for my investors, right? There was one house that came back with a bad appraisal because we sold it in like 67 days or something, and FHA has this 100-day rule that if you trying to flip a property in under 100 days, you basically are stuck with a bad appraisal because the appraiser has to use the original purchase price, and that really, when you're taking a slumlord property, adding 50 grand, all these things, the appraisal is going to come in low. So what I should have done is just kept it another 2 months and just rented it because they cash flowed. But I sold it. I ended up having to lower the price, even though I knew it was valuable. But where I'm going with this is I didn't ding my investment partner, right? There was an investment partner on that it was expecting a certain return, and the price drop would have shaved more than $1,000 off their profit, and I didn't take it, right? So I gave my investment partner the extra $1,000 that they were expecting. So it's just these things. I guess lots of you don't know me, but I'm not in a situation where money is my driver. I haven't been for a couple of years. What I'm really want to do is stay active in real estate the rest of my life. It keeps me young. It keeps me excited. It keeps me interested. If I make a couple of dollars, great. I can tell you this: I won't lose money, right? I'll keep one of my flips if I can't make money. So that's fair. And then, I look forward to helping people each and every day. So I just had to get this out there. I didn't like how I felt when I heard that question, but I need to address it because lots of people don't know me, and I think it's important to continue to be honest and upfront. All right, have a great day.